This time I've basically taken a little top load I had on there that was just already on there from a previous build. Kind of worked itself out where it got hot enough to where I could just pull, melted the hot glue, I could just pull it off. So minus that extra top load capacitance, I was able to nudge my coupling up very slightly. That way I could tune it to get basically the same power that I was getting before at about half the voltage. Let's just say I bump the coupling up slightly even more, get it about level. It starts maxing out my supply and pulling up about 5 amps or so when I get to about 35 volts. So anyway, what I ended up doing was I'm just sort of finishing this up. Added a interrupter jack, and over here you can see I've got a little audio jack. So the plan was to test audio modulation with this CD4046. There's different ways to go about that. In this case, it's just feeding the VCO. It seems the most simple, straightforward way to do it. If you feed pin 9 of the CD4046, with your audio signal, and what's going to happen is it's going to shift that VCO frequency. It's going to nudge it around slightly. I don't have an amplifier stage, just using the preamp off my computer. Right, so it's basically a little amp there already. But if I was to try to run this off my phone or something, I would probably need an amp stage. So basically, I've just got this AC coupled little tiny capacitor there coming off. This is just going to be one channel, but as it is, that's all it is. Just got one channel, ground, AC coupled to pin 9 of the CD4046. $250 on the drain. Back that down. So the sound quality drops as I raise the flame up, increase the power. It gets a little clearer as I get it a little closer to VBS. So it actually starts sounding the clearest and the best when I have it hard switching, but I can also tune it fairly well like this. Still hear a little something like the noise floor, I guess you could say. Then when I start playing music, it comes through pretty clear. It's just not quite as loud and just not quite as clear as when I detune it. So here's when it's fairly good in tune. So just for reference, we'll play that back. So harder switching, but lower voltage. So that's the clearest audio currently with this setup. And that's with it switching the best. Still almost as clear, but volume drops a little bit. Right, so again, you know, this all depends. This is just really basic audio input here, you know, and seems to work fairly well for what it is. So again, that's pretty cool.